All right, everybody. Welcome to the Fat Doc. You are here. We are streaming live. Hold on. Okay. We are streaming live here from beautiful Atlanta, Georgia on May 12th. And you're here with me, Braxton Cosby, the Fat Doc. And I have a wonderful guest with us tonight for the video cast. You notice now we are no longer just doing the audio. We are doing a video cast, guys. So this is live. If you're out there, if you have joined us, feel free to send any questions or comments. I'm on Google, and you can just send them, and I'll be right here listening, able to see what you have on my other screen here, and post a question or a comment here to the guest. Or even if you just have them from me, that's fantastic. What I do want to remind you is that anytime you want to go and have access to the podcasts, those are available on braxtoncosby.com. You'll see the Fat Doc tab right there at the top of the screen. And at any time, obviously, through that, you can sign up to the website, subscribe, send me questions, comments, anything you need, and I'll be more than happy to reach out to you and give you what I can and offer that to you so that you can be the better you. Coming to the hangout tonight is a good friend of mine, and she is actually one of the SmashOn brand ambassadors. Her name is Rosie Bank, and she has been helping people with their goals in any dynamic. It could be just health, spiritual, mental, physical, the whole nine yards. She's been helping people since the mid-1970s with her company, which is Got Health. And basically their motto is get your body to love you back. Okay, so it's not just about loving your body, but getting your body to love you back. And tonight she's going to actually be here, and she's going to talk about what that means. So we're going to have a nice, fun discussion about wellness. We're going to get a lot in for the time window that we have. And I'm going to pass this over to Rosie, and she's going to be able to tell you everything about herself much more eloquently than I can say. So thank you. And Rosie, please give everybody, actually, I got a little sound effect too, Rosie, for a surprise here. So let me give you, let me see. I'm going to give you a hand clap as you come to the microphone. So let's see. I'm going to get it ready now. And there we go. All right, Rosie, you can go ahead and take over now.
Well, Brax, I'm looking right at you. There's nothing bad about you, Doc.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So I don't think I can do 35 years and 15 minutes, but I'll give you the highlights, all right?
Excellent.
So Braxton, I got on this journey a long time ago when I was very young, and I spent all the 25 years before the 2000s doing body therapy and yoga. Had a fabulous career, learned everything about anatomy, kinesiology, loved yoga, took me all over the world.
Very cool.
And then in 1999, I stumbled across nutrition, and my life, my body, my health, my outlook, everything changed when I started taking care of myself. And one of the things I learned through body therapy and yoga, which I still have a very high belief in, I was a advanced certified rolfer, is that you can do all the sports in the world, Brandon. You can, Braxton, excuse me.
Okay.
You can, I was using your word branding there. You can go to the gym, you can, let's see, you can be strong, you can be fit, but you've got to be well on the inside where it counts.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so through body therapy and yoga, even though I was an advanced yoga practitioner, believe it or not, I missed the part about taking really good care of myself. And so when nutrition came into my life in 1999, my whole inner landscape changed. My relationship with food, my belief in myself. And so I turned the barge, and I gradually retired from teaching yoga and rolfing. And I spent the last 16 years as a health coach, leading people to make sustainable choices that are not gimmicky, that don't start and stop something, and teach people to integrate practices that build like a layer in their lives over time.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And I like what you said about just really trying to do something not gimmicky. And I think that's where we are with a lot of just health in the health environment in the community right now. Is it's about a gimmick. What's the next thing I can do and everybody wants the lightning in the bottle. They want the flash in the pan. They want to have their goals, and they want to achieve them like yesterday. So tell me about your approach as far as trying to give somebody something that's tangible, that is going to be life-changing, and that directs them in the path that they're going to make changes that are going to effectually benefit them along the lines for the long run.
You bet. You bet. Brandon, I wrote a book called Feel Great, Lose Weight, and I'm in the process of rewriting it to call Get Your Body, Love You Back. Okay. And one of my, it's very echoey. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we're fine.
Great. Okay. One of my core principles is that there's certain things that everybody can do. I don't use the word should, but if you think about it, people can really make gradual adjustments in their food choices. Maybe one a month. I mean, imagine taking one new habit a month or eliminating one bad habit a month. At the end of the year, you can have a whole level of awareness and strength and confidence in your body, and nobody ever overhauled the whole thing. Nobody ever did anything dramatic or shocking. One of my clients today told me, after he revealed a few weeks ago that he was putting 3 teaspoons of sugar in his coffee. And I didn't know that until we started digging around in what he was eating during the day.
Right.
And he set the goal to eliminate sugar in his coffee. And he said to me today, I never knew how good coffee tastes.
Wow.
3 teaspoons of sugar times 2, that's 6, times 7, that's, do I get a 42 teaspoons of sugar a week that he eliminated? And there's nothing shocking about that.
Right.
But Braxton, if that becomes his new practice, and he layers on top of that, maybe next month, switching from diet soda to bubbly water. That's not shocking. And the next month, switching from eating before he goes to bed to brushing and flossing after dinner and eliminating the nighttime snack.
Right.
Then you get these layers that lead to complete transformation. Actually, the flossing and brushing after dinner is original. It's an original piece of work. I teach my clients to brush and floss after dinner, and then they don't want to have a snack before they go to bed.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. And so simple practices that aren't radical and aren't gimmicky and everybody can do lead to complete transformation.
I love it. And I know that in my practice, what I do is really I talk about taking these small components. So as a physical therapist, we talk about a whole task. And then sometimes you have a goal, you want to have the whole task. You want to be able to walk maybe 100 or 200 feet with an assistive device after you've broken your leg or you've gotten a total knee replacement, whatever. That's the large goal. But sometimes you have a hard time, taking out that whole goal and accomplishing it all at once. So you start with components. You take the components of it. Okay, what does it take for me to actually walk? What does it take? I'm going to need knee range of motion. I'm going to need strength. So I need to work on the strength component. I need to work on the range of motion component. I need to work on the balance component, the timing. We work on the components, and then all those components, as they get better, the overall goal starts to come into view. And it's the same thing with weight loss, I think. You talked about just a component of that. Okay, well, look, you want to lose weight or you want to feel better. You want to detox your blood. So you got to get the sugar out of it. You got to train your body to not desire the sugar so much. So rather than just say, the overall goal is I might want to lose 30 pounds before the end of the year, let's attack sugar. Maybe we don't attack the foods you eat, but let's attack a small component of it. So you've got this coffee and you want to put, 3 teaspoons of sugar in it every time. Let's attack that. Let's be consistent with taking that away. And then we slowly realize how many excessive calories we get out of that sugar every day. And then you start to look at the overall, I'm starting to lose a pound a week now. Yes. Well, a pound a week over a whole month is 4 pounds a week, 4 pounds a month. And then over a 12-month period, if you've lost 4 pounds a month, you've lost 48 pounds in a year. And all you did was eliminate sugar in your coffee or tea.
Right. I want to talk about reverse engineering this, Braxton. When a
Mhm.
person doesn't have the energy level, or they're not as well rested, or their moods are erratic, or they have cravings, it's always a function of multiple elements. It's
Mhm.
never one thing. It's never one thing. On my website, I have a picture of, it's like a string drawing where we have hydration and rest and spirituality and food and exercise, and everything's connected. Hormone balance, everything is connected. So any place on the circle where you begin your intervention is going to fan out to everything else. Okay? So my client told me today, he said, not only did he discover how great coffee tastes, but already he likes how he feels.
Mhm.
And so in my lecture series, if I say, if you start if you start having a plant-based diet, and
Okay.
you start eliminating junk food, you're going to love how you feel, and that feeling is more intoxicating than a short-term buzz from eating the whole box of Oreos or whatever it is.
Absolutely.
When somebody experiences that in their body, not from a textbook, not because I told them so, he said to me today, Rosie, I really like how I feel now better than after the sugar bump when I discovered that I've crashed afterward. And you
Mm.
can't beat that.
Right.
You can't beat having somebody enroll in their own want to feel this way program.
I like that. Yeah.
And
It's
then,
about being accountable to yourself and your own accountability, you know?
yes, right. And I do feel that, by the way, that this is sign language for the past. In
Hmm.
the past, many decades ago, I had such a raging carb addiction, you wouldn't have recognized me, Braxton.
Wow.
And as I left that in the past and really put distance between me and it, I did discover that I feel so much better than that temporary intoxication I used to get from carbs. But I couldn't have made that decision by you telling me. I had to discover that on
Absolutely.
my own.
Yep.
I think that's why I think that's why clients come to people like you and me, because we say, okay, just see if we can get you an experience of this, because that's going to speak volumes compared with anything that you read that you should do. Let's focus on what you can do.
Right.
And then you don't have to give anything up, because it's not hard, and it's based in it has a body-based experience to it.
I love that. I love that. We talked earlier just about, I know for me, scheduling in my exercise, it just became something that had to happen, So 3 to 4 times a week is just a part of my schedule. This is naturally as I take a shower every day. That's just a part of me. And I love the feeling. And I tell people, look, the older I get, the thing that makes me feel alive is the weight room, the gym, the exercise, that the endorphin flush that I get in my body, when I see my muscles getting stronger, going up and down the stairs, my knees aren't creaking. The experience and the result of what I'm doing is what drives me. So that body experience of your body talking back to you when you wake up in the morning and you're feeling much better than the morning you woke up yesterday when you didn't exercise is an experience that you have to have. And
Yes.
I think that's where you really get the victory over the challenges, is when people actually are able to see the results for themselves and experience the difference in how they feel.
Yes. Braxton, I have a takeaway for our listeners.
All right, give it to me.
All right, here's the takeaway. Imagine somebody starts getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep, make sleep a priority, which, as you and I know, has a positive effect on stress and hormones and
Mhm.
disinflammation and weight and things like that, cravings and all that. And so the person says, you know what? I'm not exhausted anymore. And I say, what do you notice? Because a lot of people, their mind is so oriented toward, I feel crappy, I'm tired,
Right.
I've got cravings. And when the particles of these things start to break up, my experience is most people, the first thing they notice is it doesn't hurt anymore, or I'm not tired anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And as professionals, if we can lead people to name and identify the new experience, then they turn their attention to, oh, if I get sleep, if I sleep for 17 hours, I wake up more excited to go to work.
Right.
The much higher level than I'm just not as tired anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the
There's so
component of
many of them.
and you hit on something earlier: sleep, dehydration. Those little small things are some of the pieces that actually keep you in the game, and you know, the game of fitness and the challenge of wellness and obtaining that. Those are small little tweaks that you have to have in place. And if you don't, you just don't operate. You don't give your body a chance to recover, flush out toxins, and to rejuvenate itself.
Yes, yes. One of my clients was getting ready to go to a job interview recently,
Mm-hmm.
and we talked about the breakfast that he should have to get himself on the game, to prepare his brain, to prepare his heart, to prepare his muscles, to prepare his hormones, to prepare his alertness,
Very cool.
and it makes all the difference in the world. And this wasn't even a sports event. This wasn't, I'm not talking about like a competition,
Right.
but to be present for an interview on the game, there are a few strategies that make a world of difference. And like having some protein for breakfast and not trying to run on caffeine and glucose is because it doesn't do the brain well. Little things like that make all the difference in the world for performance.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, Rosie, can you tell everybody how, if they're like, man, I really want to get in contact with Rosie and get some of her services and hear a little bit more about her, where can they reach you? Where can they find out about you on the web? Give them every laundry list other than your address to your house, and let them know how they can catch up with you.
You bet, Brax. I'll make it easy. My website's the hub for everything. Everything happens at the website at rosiebank.com. That's ROSIEBANK.com. That leads to Got Health, my monthly live seminars here in Foster City, California. It leads to Get Your Body to Love You Back, which is my health coaching. And it leads to Got Health, which is my corporate wellness and executive health coaching. Most of my clients are very busy professionals. Braxton, what I love to do, I love to teach people to get their bodies to be as successful as they are at work. That's
awesome.
Yes, and my email is rosie@rosiebank.com, and my mobile and text is 650-740-9500. Somebody called me after an interview last week, and she said, "It's really you?" I said, "Yeah, I'm answering my phone." 650-740-9500. And Braxton, what people will see on my website is I provide a nutritional product. I have seminars and live webinars and some books, health coaching and wellness counseling, and all roads lead to getting your body to love you back.
That's fantastic. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming by, Rosie. And I definitely think you are one of the positive influences out there that people just really need to know about and to get in contact with you and just see what you can offer them. Because if you're out there struggling and you're looking for an opportunity to break free of the bad habits that you have, and you've tried something and it just doesn't seem to be working, and you're like, hey, what are some of these small tweaks that I can do, and maybe a new spin on a philosophy that you just haven't adopted yet, you definitely want to check out Rosie at her website. This podcast obviously is going to be available right on YouTube, and within 24 hours, you'll see it post to my website at www.braxtoncosby.com. And of course, I'll be pushing on the social media, and you can always catch up with me with a lot more going on at my same website. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's at Braxton A. Cosby. And if you want to follow me on Facebook, it's Dr. Braxton Cosby. You can find me right there. And I'll still be pushing these tips. I'll still be encouraging and inspiring you. And I'll be bringing on fabulous guests like Rosie all the time. Thank you so much for your time today, guys. We appreciate you coming out. Enjoy the podcast. Share it with other people. And this has been a Fat Doctor production. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Braxton. Good night.
Thank you.